The
I
child
shall
drawn
name
from the
you
river
Moses.
was given a name, Moses,
For
a
I
name
drew
that meant
you out
drawn
of
out
the
of the
water.
water. He grew up in the royal courts of Egypt, surrounded by gold, wisdom, and power. Silk replaced rags. Palace walls replaced slave quarters. Yet within him, two worlds quietly lived, one of royalty and one of suffering. As Moses grew, he saw what others in the palace ignored. The Hebrew people, his own people, toiled under burning sun. Their backs bent beneath heavy stones. Their cries rose above the sound of whips. The palace called him prince, but something deeper called him brother. And the question began to grow inside him. Who am I really? One day, Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. The whip cracked through the air. The man fell to the ground. Something inside Moses erupted. He looked left. He looked right. No one was watching. In a moment of rage, the prince struck the Egyptian down, and the desert sand quickly covered the body. But some secrets cannot stay buried. The next day, Moses tried to stop two
Do you want to
Hebrews
kill
who
us
were
the
fighting,
same way you
but
killed the
instead of
Egyptian?
gratitude, he heard words that froze his heart. Who made you ruler over us? Will you kill me like you killed the Egyptian?
You killed an Egyptian.
The secret was
The
no
Hebrew
longer
Moses
hidden,
lives and
and
defies
fear
you.
began to close in. When Pharaoh heard what Moses had done, the king he once called family ordered his death. The palace doors closed behind him. The prince became a fugitive, and Moses fled far from Egypt into the endless wilderness, where the desert wind carried only silence. After days of wandering, Moses arrived in the land of Midian. There, beside a quiet well, he saw shepherd girls struggling against
Stop
cruel
this.
men.
Let them draw
Once
water.
again, Moses stepped forward, not as a prince, but as a protector. And for the first time since leaving Egypt,
Welcome,
kindness
weary
greeted
traveler.
him.
Enter and
Moses
find
was
rest.
welcomed into the house
Thank
of a
you.
man
Your kindness
named
is a blessing.
Jethro. He married Jethro's daughter, and the man who once walked palace halls now walked desert hills. Day after day, guiding sheep through silent valleys, the prince of Egypt had become a shepherd of the wilderness. Years passed beneath the desert sun. The anger of youth slowly faded, but the memories never left him. The palace, the slavery, the mistake that changed everything. Moses may have believed his story was over, but heaven was still writing. Back in Egypt, the suffering of the Hebrew people only grew worse. Their cries rose to the heavens, and the God of their ancestors heard them. The time for deliverance was drawing near. Far away in the wilderness of Midian, a shepherd led his flock toward a mountain.